Greetings. Our texts today are rich in a number of themes: man-made chaos versus integrity, a mother who teaches gratitude for the God of the living, and finally, she and Jesus, who both bring us confidence in the joys of resurrection. Our first reading is from chapter 7 of the second book of Maccabees. The first 6 chapters reveal chaos created by ugly grievances festering in men, corrupted by greed and blind ambition. Men who want more gold, more land, more power. These are not grievances for social justice that lead to better lives. No, these deadly grievances lead to horrific betrayals, theft, and murders. A man-made, chaotic hellscape. It was terrifying to read because many of these same evils are present across our world today. At the end of chapter 6, Eleazar, the 90-year-old Jewish scribe, claims his personal integrity. He refuses to betray his faith, refuses to lead the young astray just to gain a brief moment of life. He takes the first step to ending the chaos of deadly grievances. Then, immediately in chapter 7, we see the transformational power of a mother who brings gratitude and faith in God's infinite compassion to her 7 sons. Today we hear just 8 verses from this chapter. We see the mother with her sons being punished because they also will not betray their faith. The lectionary presents the torture and death of only 3 of her sons and their abiding belief that God's creative power and mercy will raise us up to everlasting life, a teaching they received from their mother. Sadly, we don't hear the actual words of this most admirable and worthy woman. In verse 23, she tells them and us to look, see, the Creator of the world, who, in his mercy, gives life and breath back to you again, since you now forget yourselves for the sake of his laws. Like St. Paul, she encourages them to remember and be grateful. Every breath is a gift from God. Her sons learned well. They are certain God will look on them with compassion as they suffer. They echo Psalm 17's promises that when I call on you, you will answer me, O God. In righteousness, I shall behold your face. She sees her first 6 sons die. As her last endures torture, she whispers, "Son, have pity on me, who brought you up, educated, and supported you. Look at the heavens and earth and see all that is in them. You will know that God made them from nothing, and know in the same way we came into existence." She directs her sons to a state of gratitude for God, their Creator. She tells this last son to prove yourself worthy, so that through the mercy of God, I shall receive you back along with them. Here, she exhibits a stunning confidence that her faith and her son's faith will bring them together in the joy of resurrection. As I read and reread this mother's words, I saw her as a woman imbued with a sense of gratitude for every breath of life. This capacity for gratitude distinguishes her and her sons from the men of deadly grievances. Gratitude for God and all of God's creation strengthened their determination to remain faithful to the holy laws. Their gratefulness and steadfast faith made them confident they would be together again in the community of resurrection. If you would like the thrill of witnessing this mother's teachings and deep faith, take a few minutes to read 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verses 20 to 41. Eleazar and this mother's teachings are the pivot point for 2 Maccabees. The rest of the book turns from petty earthly grievances to preserving the Jewish faith and community. Can deep gratitude transform our grievances into prayers and actions? That's my question. Actually, it's my challenge to myself. In the passage from Luke, the Sadducees, who don't believe in the resurrection, bring this hidden grievance to Jesus. They present a case in which a woman is married to one of 7 brothers. The brothers die one by one, so she's passed from one to the next. The Sadducees assume that if there were an afterlife, it would be bound by our physical laws and needs. So they are sure there will be chaos in heaven, because no one will know who's married to whom. Jesus doesn't argue, but responds by giving the Sadducees a wonderful alternative. He assures us and them that in the resurrection there will be no need to marry or to be given in marriage, for we will no longer die, because the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is not the God of the dead, but the God of the living. To God all are alive, he says. Here Jesus and the mother give us virtually the same teaching, that God is the God of the living, as the mother promised. The creator of the world, in his mercy, gives life and breath back to you again. With today's chaos of wars, famines, natural disasters compounded by political factions and grievances, we need to maintain faith in the God of the living and practice gratitude. The Benedictine brother, David Steindl-Rast, has analyzed the simple ways we can be grateful in each moment by stopping to look, to see a gift, and act to bring our gratitude to others. Research has shown that our sense of well-being and our capacity to connect improve with gratitude. Looking back, I ask, why weren't the mother and her 7 sons also filled with deadly grievances like the others? Perhaps their hearts were so full of gratitude and faith that there wasn't room or time for that type of hate and fear. If I want to begin to make just one difference in our chaotic world, I need to start with the willingness to be grateful for what is before me and the willingness to act to bring it to others. Amen, and thank you.